Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rowena and I am your boss babe queen. I'm going to do a year in review video. I've never done one of these before and I just think it's an amazing idea to sit and reflect on the past year and just how amazing God has been and all that has happened through the year. I tend to just go on to the next big thing and not really take time to focus and really reflect and appreciate that I'm currently in an answered prayer. Doing a video like this can really help me to understand all that went on in 2023 as I go into the new year, to be proud of growth and take a time to appreciate where I am currently. If you're interested in this kind of video, continue watching, and I hope that you also may take a lesson from this to sometimes pause and reflect on where God has carried you from and learn to be grateful for where you are now, because sometimes we don't even realize we're living in our own answered prayer. So before we jump into the what have you learned this year or the best thing that has happened this year, I think it would be benefiting for us to look back through each of the months of the year and to see, for me especially, to reflect on what happened in that month or what stood out for me for that month, and then go from there, right? So I have my phone here with me because sometimes I don't remember what happened exactly in each month, and I would have taken photos. So when I look back through the photos through each month, I can be like, oh, okay, yeah, this happened, and so forth. All right. So we're gonna take it back to January 2023, and January is coming off a high because in January, it would have been 2 months to me getting engaged. Because remember, I got engaged November 12th of last year, right? So in January, I was 2 months into my engagement with my partner, and stuff. So we're coming off a high of the following year, 2022, right? And we're now in January. So in January, just off the back of my head, to be honest, I can remember in January that I had my birthday party. I have never, ever had a birthday party in my life. And this year I decided, you know what? I want to keep one, and I don't want to wait and put that into somebody else's hand. And it might not be to somebody else, it might be oh, just a birthday party. But for me, I know that I've always wanted to say I've had a birthday party, and I never had one. Growing up, I never had one, and so forth. So I decided if I want it, I'm gonna go for it. So I planned a birthday party. My mom was absolutely amazing. My partner, my now husband, was amazing and so instrumental in helping me to plan it, getting all the little goodies, helping me to decorate. It was themed. Yeah, I got my cakes. I'm just looking through the photos at the moment. Got my cakes, got my people that came, of course. Oh, that's me. People that came, cakes, and it was just amazing for a number of reasons, and I really appreciated that. And I really appreciate that. Listen, I wanted something and I just decided, okay, I'm gonna give myself that. I won't wait on someone else to do it. So it's even just a thought process that I am very proud of, that instead of waiting for me to get a surprise party or whatever, I just decided, okay, I'm going to keep a birthday party. It's going to be tropical themed. This is what I want. And everyone who came showed up and showed out, and I really appreciated that. Also in January, this has to do with my my work. So in January, I was invited to a workshop where we got to do certain things and whatnot, and I was the only female there. There were so many different things, only female as a part of a certain particular group. I stood and for a second I was able to fully grasp that, wow, Ro, you're one of one. And if you have me on Facebook or Instagram, you may be able to know what I'm on about. I was one of one in a place where I didn't even think I had the right to be. Sometimes that imposter syndrome gets a bit playing with your mind. Yeah, and in that moment, I just had to stand 10 toes on the fact that, I serve a God who is able to make sure that I am one of one. Get me? All right, cool. So yeah, then we move into February. What did I do in February? Oh, of course, I was planning my wedding. Oh my gosh. Sorting out the church, so the wedding venue, and making sure that we had an appointment at the registry to then give notice of our wedding, get approval and whatnot to get the ball rolling. All right, so that's what's happening in Feb. In March, I actually was invited to be an interviewer in an assessment day, and that was an amazing experience, not only for just experience and being able to put it on my CV, but also just to be able to see that, wow, like a year ago I was here, you know. And like standing in that moment and thinking, wow, a year ago I was in these candidates same spot, and now a year later, like I am now interviewing people to come into the spot. Like that to me is crazy, and like those things really resonate with me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like a lot can happen in a year, a lot of change can happen in a year, and it was so crazy. So yeah, that was happening in March, and that really stood out to me. In March as well, we did go to the church that we were going to get married at, met the congregation for the first time, and that was nice, and we invited the entire family. We also created the save the dates, for the wedding. I created that in March because I see it here, and so forth. So yeah, then in April I got Invisalign. Guys, my Invisalign journey started in April. So yeah, I got Invisalign, and that would have lasted me for time. That was what stood out for me in April. Then in May, went wedding dress shopping, and my wedding dress actually came, the one I actually wore on the day, and I tried it on. Yeah, I was trying it on in my mom's room. And also Merv, we went with Merv to get his suit for the wedding, tried it on and saw a picture of that, which was really good to see, and so forth. But yeah, so that was what happened in May. Now in June, I think it was just more planning, going through it all in June and making sure all the invitations were sent out, finalizing the details when it comes to the wedding and so forth. So that happened in June. In July, I had a wedding. Someone I knew from my mom's church actually got married in July. And then my sister came from Canada. Sabrina came, and that was really amazing again, because the previous year we had met, but like this year, like we had grown like a closer bond and so forth. And she was actually my maid of honor at my wedding. That was July. In August, so many things happened in August. August, I got married. Guys, I need to understand that it is currently Sunday the 24th of December. So this is Christmas Eve. I'm filming this video. Yesterday has been 4 months since I've been married. And even saying that is crazy to me. How am I married? How am I married? Like, I am married? Like, it's still crazy to me. It's news to me every time. I'm still shocked that I am married now, honey. And to see that, like, at the beginning of this year, I wasn't married, and I'm now married, and I am now living with my husband. We are living at our home. We're visiting our parents and so forth, and everyone's looking at us as a married couple. That is crazy. Well, what's even crazier was that we planned our own thing. We never had someone plan it for us. Like, when I tell you that I have my notebook, and if anyone were to come and say, show me what you did, I can show you from start to finish. I mean, from when we just brainstorming the colors that we would have, and we had about 4 combinations that we were choosing, or that we had on our list, the places, the this, to that, like to who we're going to allocate what duty or task to. That is crazy. We planned the entire thing, and I'm not going to lie to you, I would take nothing back from my wedding day. I absolutely loved it. And yes, there were a few things that did go amiss because I knew what I planned for. You know what I'm saying? And I, especially at the reception, like I knew the program I planned. Half the program didn't get done at the reception. 1, it started late, and 2, it like we just run out of time. So half the things that should have been happening, the games and so forth, they never happened. But the thing is, everybody else looking on the day would say, oh yeah, it was an amazing day. Even today, when I went to my mom's church, I got people saying to me, oh my gosh, it's the first time I'm seeing you after the wedding, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, it was brilliant. And I've had people say to me that my wedding was the best one they've ever gone to, and so forth. But because I know what it could have been like, or what it should have been like, I still had that little my expectation versus the actual reality. But it was still amazing, and I have no regrets, and I absolutely loved it. So in August, yes, we got married, but before that we did go to Wales, and we had a time with the family. It was really nice. Not only that, but my sister came up. So Samantha came up. You guys would have seen her and met her and so forth. My brother came from America. My nephews came, Adaji and Jaden. Like, yeah, it really was an amazing time. In August, August was an amazing month. That was the highlighted month for this year for me, to be honest. I'm just scrolling through the phone and I'm just seeing all like the wedding pics, like on the day. Ooh, are you guys seeing? You know, all these are pics with amazing, man, amazing. My photographer, the best. Like, if y'all, Dion, yeah, 100. She ate everything. So in September, then we went on honeymoon, right? So we went on honeymoon the end of August into September. Honeymoon in St. Lucia was amazing. I am a tropics girl. I love heat, I love warmth, and I love friendly people, and St. Lucia gave all that. That was amazing. Like, having spent our time in St. Lucia, we spent 8 days there. Yeah, honestly amazing. So that was from the end of August into September. So we came back from St. Lucia about the 5th of September. I think that was about the 5th of September. Yeah, we came back from St. Lucia that. And we actually went back to the church as well, like we got married at, and we met up with Bishop again. Like, if you guys don't know, my marriage, my wedding ceremony, and the reception actually are actually on this channel. They're live. They're in the live section. So there's only 2 lives that I've ever done on the channel, and those are the 2. And you can go rewatch it if you want. But yeah, that was really nice. So that was the highlight for September. Honeymoon, coming back, seeing everybody, and everybody greeting us, like they were so happy for us. And honestly, the love from people, top tier. In September, I moved into my new home. You know, fully moved out of my mom's house. I remember moving out the day I had my suitcases and everything, and my mom actually cried. Like, that was heartbreaking to see my mom cry. But I was like, Mom, trust me, I'm gonna be coming back. If not every weekend, I'm gonna be coming back really heavy. And I've been doing that. My partner and I, we're really big on family, you know. So we do come back very often to see our family. And sometimes we don't even go to the church. So like, our churches don't see us. So my church haven't seen me now in 3 weeks. But I've been coming back every weekend actually, and even in the weekdays, because I'm off work now on holiday. But it's just so worked out that every time it's come to Sabbath, I am now back there. So they haven't seen me, but I am here making sure that my mom's good. I'm checking on her, she's checking on me, you know, and it's just amazing. But yeah, moved in. So honeymoon, moved in, and all that stuff. September. October was actually my husband's birthday, and I celebrated the first time in our new home, us celebrating one of each other's birthday. And I remember like fixing the room up for him, fixing up our bedroom, like surprising him and so forth. Actually, I did a vlog on that. I haven't edited as yet, but it's gonna go up on my channel at some point in time. But yeah, in October that happened, and it was just lovely. Like, we're in our home, and it was just like, I surprised him and he loved it, and it was just really nice to see. And then we came back, went to his church as well as me with my mommy. So yeah, October was lovely, and we went out with the family. November, the highlight for November for me was that we all went to the Guy Fawkes bonfire night. You guys would have seen that video on my channel that's currently up. That was lovely. The family came. Oh, that was the first time our family came to our new home and like stayed with us for like a night. They said a night only. They're gonna come back and stay, but like when I say it was about 6 people, yeah, came up and spent the night with us. Like, they stayed, we cooked, and it was just proper family, like intimate family time. And if you know me, you know I love my family. And just having everyone in one place, I love stuff like that. So that was amazing. And that was in November. Also in November, I did get to go to a career fair. So that's when universities like invite companies to come over and have students like talk with them, seeing where they want to get an internship, like get a grad job and so forth. And I was chosen as a representative from my company to go, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this just brought flashbacks of when I was in uni myself, and we're having those career fairs, and we're seeing all these massive companies, and you're just feeling so out of place. You're like, oh my gosh, it will never happen. It never work out that I will get picked to go into like one of these big companies. But here I am now representing one of the big companies, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like God is great. God is amazing. God is good. So yeah, that happened in November. Also, we did link up with Jerome and Rachel. We went to German market. Also in November, I did meet up with one of my ex-colleagues from my first grad job. I did meet up with Laura. She also came to my wedding, and we were meant to meet up after that. Never got around to it, but we did in November, and that was really good to just catch up and everything. And then of course December, if you guys are not familiar with my channel, you probably don't know this, but December, my biggest standout is that my little sister came. My little sister was actually meant to come for my wedding, but like Louisa reached to her a day after my wedding. So my wedding was the Wednesday the 23rd, she got it the 24th. So we're like, okay, cool, it's done gone bad already. We're about to head out to St. Lucia for honeymoon. It makes no sense you come over, so come over like once you're done reunion. She was like, okay sis, I can come over anytime after the 30th of November. And I was like, okay, cool, say no more. The 1st of December, I mean, well, to be fair, she flew out. Yeah, she flew out the 30th of November, and the 1st of December she was here. The 1st of December she was in the United Kingdom in Birmingham. Yeah, so that yeah, for me December, that's the highlight of December. And of course, like having the entire month with her, spending it with myself, the people I'm around, my husband, and even seeing how they interact. Like honestly, like sometimes I just sit and I'm just quiet and I just see she and him going, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love it. I love when you know that there's genuine love, you know. And for me, I just love it. I love when she comes around my in-laws and they're like, oh my god, she's a mini you, because she's blunt the same way. Like she's this, like she's, you know what I'm saying? And they just love her because they just love her. And to be fair, like my in-laws have always loved every one of my siblings. Every one of my siblings, they love JR, they love Sam, they love Sabrina, they now love Fifi. Like our families get on like this. Like they get on very well. And it's only God. I can only thank God for that, because that's another thing that I really prayed for. Like I wanted our families to get on really well, and to know that our little union could have brought for such force of love. Like our families are huge from both sides, you know, and to see the love and just everybody getting on, and there's no awkwardness or no biasness or nothing. It's just God is in the story, man. God's in the story. So yeah, that was my year in review. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you also did it with me. Like whilst I was going through my months and seeing what was the highlight for me for each month, I hope that you also went through your months and like acknowledged your highlights for that month. I am gonna split this video in two, so I'll see you in part 2, where I speak on my biggest lessons of 2023. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in part 2. Bye!